morning. It's not quite 10 o'clock, but that's okay. I'm just popping on. Make sure my settings are good. It looks like they are. If you're with me, pop on and say hi. Hope you can join me. Hope you're going to be able to join me today. I've got some fun things to show you. I've got two tips to show you. It's a glorious day today. Again, July 15th, 2022. Absolutely gorgeous in my neck of the woods. I do apologize if you hear some rat-tat-tatting. Our neighbors are having vinyl siding put on their home. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be pretty when it's done. It's pretty now in the process. But anyway, so that's the noise in the background. Can't do anything about that. But we're just waiting till the clock ticks down to 10 and then we're going to start. So if you're there, please do pop on and say hi. Hi, Linda. Good morning. Yay. Oh, how are you doing? Are you doing better? Everything fine? Do I dare ask about your car? Okay, well, if you want to pop on and let me know, that would be good. Okay, all right, it is 10 o'clock. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. Here we are, July 15th, the middle of the month. Can you even believe it? Holy moly, time just zips right by. Anyway, I have lots of fun things to show you, so let's just get started. Let me just bring you over here so you can see the cards that we're going to make today. So we've got our Christmas card. I think this is week number 6. It may be, I don't know. Good morning, Ree. Good. Oh, good. Glad to hear you're fine. Excellent. That's good, Linda. Good morning, Ree. That's nice for you to pop on. So these are the cards that we're going to make today. We're going to make our Christmas card, which I think we're in week number 6. Could be week number 7. I don't know. But anyway, for those of you who've been stamping with me every single week, in for repairs, that's good, Linda. That's good news. We don't like the word that starts with the T. So that's wonderful news. Okay. So anyway, so if you've been stamping weekly and making 2 of these cards, you've got at least 14 or maybe 16 Christmas cards all ready to go. And you could even get them written out, put the stamp on, and voila. And then this is the note card, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. So let's start. I think we'll start with, let's start with the note card. All right, so here is the note card. Now, this is made with the Hues of Happiness designer paper, and I happen to absolutely love this paper. It is stunning. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, people who have the ability to make this paper, to create designs is just amazing to me. But look at how beautiful that is. There's one side, there's the other. I mean, the paper is just gorgeous. Look at that. Look at this. Oh. And then the other side of that is beautiful flowers. And you notice that they've got kind of an ombre effect too. It starts here with like, this looks like sweet sorbet, and then flirty flamingo, crushed curry, coastal cabana, gorgeous grape, and fresh freesia. It's that ombre effect, which is so beautiful. And the other side with the ombre effect only in watercolor designs. But look at how gorgeous this paper is. So anyway, what I did was, I decided to use a pattern of this and make this note card. So let me bring my stuff in here that we need. I'll bring this over here, and I'm going to put my sample over here so I have plenty of space. Now, of course, the first thing that we did was took the piece of basic white cardstock. It got cut and scored, of course, the usual 5.5, 8.5, and then scored down the middle. And then take the trusty bone folder and make it nice and crisp. Then the next thing I did, was I took a piece of Granny Apple Green. Now, the reason I took Granny Apple Green is because, let me just show you, in all of this designer paper, one of the dominant colors in everything is the Granny Apple Green. So I chose Granny Apple Green as my base since it's going to match. See, look in the flowers there. Granny Apple Green, Granny Apple Green, Granny Apple Green, Granny Apple Green. And you notice oftentimes with a designer paper, they do have one dominant color, and that is, good morning, Barbara McDuffie. Thank you so much for popping on. Welcome aboard. So I took a piece of the Granny Apple Green. This is a piece 3 by 4, and then this piece of the designer paper is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So simple, simple, simple. So what I'm going to do here is just add some adhesive like this and stick it onto that piece of Granny Apple Green. Easy peasy. Here we go, just like this. Equidistant, left, right, north, south. east, west, north, south, whatever. There we go. Like that. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I mean, this is going to make a beautiful note card. Then the next thing I did was I took a piece of the basic white cardstock and I ran it through one of my favorite fun folders. This is called Splatters. I love it. I just think it's really cute. I love the way it looks. Nancy McDonald, good morning. Good morning, good morning. You could actually use either side. You could use this side, or you could use this side. You could use the concave or the convex cut. It doesn't matter. And then I took a piece again of a piece of the Granny Apple Green and made it just 1/4 inch larger on both ends, the width and the length. And then I popped this on. And I just did this to give this a little bit of interest on the card. Actually, this template was a cut from one that demonstrator Tracy Bradley made. She's a fun demonstrator. She's got a lot of great ideas, and she did a really nice job, so I kind of tweaked it a little bit. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it on the base of the card. Easy. You talk about easy. This is wicked fast and wicked easy, and these will make a lovely gift. Since we're thinking about the holidays coming down the road, you can think about making little gift boxes of cards for your friends. Look at that. See how easy that is? Put that on, just like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it to the left and to the top, like such. So let me add a little bit of adhesive here. Talk about fast and easy, folks. This is wicked fast and wicked easy. But I think the effect is beautiful. And to use this package of designer paper, oh my gosh, you would get so many different beautiful cards. Yes, 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 it would, Ree. It absolutely would make a beautiful Christmas card. All right, so I'm just going to put this in here, offsetting it just a little bit so that I can see a little bit of the bottom piece, like such. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to take what I did was I took the, let's see, I took the Stylish Shapes and dies, and I took the second and third one and cut out one in white and cut out one in Granny Apple Green. Now the white I'm going to stamp in Granny Apple Green, and I used the message from the Nature's Prince. I love, 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 love this stamp set. I love it. I love it. And so I'm using the word hello there, which is really sweet. So I'm just going to take this with the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp this like this. Good morning.
Good morning.
And there we go. There's hello there. Isn't that cute? Cute and easy. Good morning, Doofus. Now that's a very affectionate name I have for Nancy. You see her name is Nancy, but we have little love names for each other, and her name is Doofus, and I am Dora. Okay, now what did I do? I know that sounds silly, but I'm glad you're with me this morning. Okay, what did I do with, well, for heaven's sakes, the little Granny Apple Green circle that I just had, what did I do with it? Oh my gosh. Does anybody see it? What the heck? How did that just float? Oh, here it is. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. I actually love these because it's got that stitching all around. It gives it a nice little extra dimension. Whoops, I had ink on my finger here. Not a problem because that's going to get covered up. Watch me cover that up. There are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. None. Well, once in a while we have a little persnickety issue, and then we just fix it. We fix it. So I'm going to put that on like that, just like that. Perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add some dimensionals to this. And here are my dimensionals. I think I'll probably put on 3, like that. Pop this little paper backing off. Easy peasy. You could make lots of these while you're sitting around the coffee table having some coffee with your friends. Okay, now I'm going to put it on just like this, like that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this Parakeet Party ribbon. Now this is one of the brand new in colors this year. And this is Parakeet Party, but it's in the same color family as Granny Apple Green. So I thought it would make a nice little bow. So I'm just going to make a little bow here, like this. Easy peasy, like this. And this is really soft ribbon too, and it will make very nice bows, like that. So let's make this, I don't want to make this a huge bow. I think that looks pretty good. And I always work from the spool because it saves ribbon. You know how I am. I'm very frugal. Well, I'm frugal with some things. Some things I'm very not frugal with. Okay, and I'm going to take a glue dot. And I'm going to take this glue dot and I'm going to put my glue dot, let's see, I think I'm going to put it right here. Actually, I'm probably going to put 2 on like that. And then I'm going to pick this up and pick this piece of paper up with my pick-me-up tool. Take your pick tool. I love it. Love, love, love it. And then I'm just going to simply bring this in like this and float that down and float this down like that. And there you go. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Look at, so there are 2 from the same sheet of paper, but you can make out of this sheet of paper, you can get 12 panels out of one piece of 12 by 12. So this would make a beautiful stamp set of cards. Isn't that pretty? And then I probably would put some of this on the envelope to decorate that as well. So there's that card. Okay, now let's go into the Christmas card. Here we go. Let's bring this back so you can see it. Move all that out of the way. Okay, very easy. This actually I copied from the catalog, or pretty much from the catalog. I tweaked it a little bit. So let me move all this stuff out of the way so you can see what we're doing. And then we're gonna, there we go. Okay, so of course we're gonna start with the base of Whisper Basic White cardstock. I always call it Whisper White. Thank you, Linda. And we're gonna pop this on here and just make this nice crisp fold. I kind of like the sound of my bone folder too. I know it's weird. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little trick. So for this card, I used the painted, what's it called? I forget the name of this. What's this called? Yeah, Painted Christmas DSP. But I chose a different pattern this time because I can. There's tons and tons. Hi, Terry from Maine. Thank you for popping on. Yes, it would. Thank you so much. So I'm using another piece of that designer paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere the red glimmer. Now, a lot of people might choose to take a piece of red glimmer paper, which would be 5 inches by 3 inches, this is about that measurement. However, I'm frugal. So what I did was I took 2 pieces of this paper and I cut it to, let's see, what is this measurement? This is 3/4, oh no, this is an inch by, let's see, just so you know, 1 inch by 5 inches. So now I don't have all of that extra that's really being wasted underneath this piece of designer paper. So you know that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my designer paper. I'm going to take my tear tape, which, what did I do with my tear tape is right here. I'm going to put a piece of tear tape on the designer paper just like this, right on the edge, just like that. And one on this edge, just like this. Now, did you know, I'm sure you do, because you're all veteran stampers, that our grid paper is so patterned out that each square, not the European measurement, but each square here, I wish you were closer, give me it. Well, soon, Terry, soon. These are 1/4 inch boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my piece of, actually, you know what, I'm going to bring a piece of the white grid paper, and I think this might be a little bit easier. And just to keep this nice and straight, I am going to put a piece of tape on this just to hold this down so you can see this nicely. But this is a great tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the edge of my designer paper on one of the edges of the rows of the boxes, right like this. So this is nice and straight. Can you see that? It's right on that line, just like that. Then what I'm going to do, well, first of all, let me take this piece of tape off. There we go. All right, so now let's bring this back in. So that line is right, sticky. Now, this is my glimmer paper. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure I get my glimmer paper exactly the same distance east and west on here, but I want it nice and even. So I'm going to hold this down with my finger like that. And then I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to bring it up so that the top of the glimmer paper is on a line just like that. And I'm going to make sure that I've got it equidistant on the left and the right, and that this line, this glimmer paper is nice on a straight edge there, because my designer paper is on a straight edge. And then I'm just going to press in here, just like this. And now, with the luck of the Irish, I turn it over and voila, look at that. It's equidistant left and right, and it's perfectly straight. It's not cattywampus at all. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Take this little piece off, just like that. I'm going to put this on this line nice and straight. I'm going to take my glimmer paper and I'm going to put it in so that I have it at, let's see, did I do 2? I did 2. I did 2, so I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to make sure that that edge is nice and straight, like that. And then I'm going to press. And then, ta-da! Look at how easy that was. Use your grid paper. It's a great, great added tool. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and add some adhesive to this. And you can use whatever you want. You can use, oh, now see, sometimes this happens. Sometimes this pulls, and this is because this glimmer paper, let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use tear tape. Sometimes when you're using glimmer paper, because of the backing of the glimmer paper, it causes it to get pulled onto the adhesive roll itself. So a better option might be to use your Tombow, which is a wet glue, or to use tear tape, which I'm using right now because it's easy and fast. So there is that. So I'm going to take this off very nicely. Take this off, and I'm going to take this one off like this. Good morning, Betty. Thank you for popping in. By the way, Betty was the one who gave me the idea of using the grid paper to align designer paper and pieces of embellishment. So thank you, Betty. We all help each other out with these cute little tips. If you ever want to see some really cute projects, hook on to Betty's site. Betty, why don't you put your address on there so people can hook on to your site as well. I'm having trouble with this. Let me see why I'm having trouble here. Yeah, Betty, do that, because Betty has great tutorials too. She's a wonderful friend and a great stamper. Well, for heaven's sakes, why am I having trouble with this? But we shall not panic. Here we go. Got it. Ta-da! All right, now I'm going to bring my base back in, and I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to make sure that I've got my berries in the right orientation, which I do. So let's put this on just like this. Ta-da! Okay, so that's on. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to create the banner. Now I already went ahead and stamped the banner. These banners are from the Christmas Banners stamp set. YouTube, there it is, Boutique. So do check her out because she has some great tutorials. Okay, so what I did was, this is the Christmas Banner stamp set. I took this banner, I stamped it in Evening Evergreen right here, like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Real Red ink and the Season's Greetings stamps, and I am going to, let's see, this is going to be this way. Let's see, or maybe it's going to be this way, yeah. So I'm going to stamp Seasons right here, like this. Perfect. Notice I'm using my PS pad because the PS pad is very important. It gives it nice little extra bounce and it makes it stamp perfectly. Well, most of the time it's perfectly. That's perfect. Ta-da! Now I shall close up my ink. Yes, it does. I love it, Betty. Okay, now what I'm going to do is cut it out. So let me bring in my little Stampin' Cut machine, which I love, my little one right here. And I need my plates. Now, don't look at my plates. They're very well loved. They're very, very, very well loved. I have new plates coming, although these still work nicely. Now, one little trick. Sometimes, let me just bring this in here like this. Don't even worry that this is split. Stampin' Up! Is sending me a replacement one. Sometimes that happens, but it still works. But anyway, sometimes when I have a die that I'm going to use and it's got a lot of curves to it, like this one, I want to make sure that this gets cut exactly correctly. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take some washi tape and I'm just going to secure the die with some washi tape so that it's absolutely perfect and it's not going to move. Okay, so I'm going to hold this down just like this, and I'm going to put this on like this. Okay, and I'm going to put another piece on the other end, just like this. There we go. And I will trim these little extra pieces out because I don't want it to get, well loved is a sign of a great investment. Yes, it is. And I'm just going to trim those off like such. Now I'm going to bring in my little Stampin' Cut machine. Here we go. And I'm going to put my base plate, and then I'm going to put my cutting plate on, and I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to put this on, and we're going to run it through. Easy peasy. Hello, Judy from Florida. Thank you so much for popping on. I'm sure it's a lovely day in paradise. It's a lovely day here in paradise, too. So there we go. So now I'm going to take this off. And then I'm going to take this banner off. Let's see, I'll just pull this off very gently because this comes off very nicely. Now you're just going to be very, very careful when you pull your washi tape off because you don't want to pull any of the paper off. You just want to go very gently. Look at that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then let me get this other piece off. Just like this. Very, very gently. Gentle. We love our tools. See, look. Very nicely. Now, you know, the other thing you could have done was you could have rubbed the washi tape against your pants, and it would have taken some of the stickiness off, and that would have been absolutely fine, and it would have been perfect. But here it is. There we go. So there is my banner. Ta-da, ta-da. Now, this banner is going to get some glue, some dimensionals. So I'm going to probably, no, 3 or 4. There we go. There's that. 4 is good. Pop these little pieces of paper off. We all know how to do this. And this card is almost done. I'm not going to do the inside because I'm not exactly sure what message I want for the inside of this card just yet. So I'm going to leave it for now. But I'm going to put this on just like this. Ta-da! There we go. I'm almost done. Yet to put on a few little embellishments, like first of all, I'm going to show you how stinking cute these flat jingle bells are. Look at these. These are in the brand new catalog. But look at how stinking cute these are. Look at that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. There we go. Can you see? Whoops, is that too close? Whoops. I always have trouble with there, that's better. Can you see? It's an adorable little brass jingle bell. It's so cute. And they're nice and flat, which is wonderful because they will fit beautifully in an envelope. It will not add a lot of dimension. So that's perfect. So for this, I'm actually going to use some glue dots. You could use whatever you want, but I love glue dots. They're very sticky. And I'm going to, probably 2 will be fine. And then I'll just peel this off with my little take your pick tool like that. Okay. And then I'm going to put this on right here. I'm going to do this upside down like that. Just like that. Okay, and then I took a piece of our gold twine and I made a little bow. Now what I'm going to do in this situation, because I didn't want to put this on through the loop because that would have added a little bit of extra bulk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Tombow glue and I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the actual hole right like this where that jingle bell is. And I'm going to put my pin back on. Love, 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 love this little cute thing. And then I'm going to come in with my ribbon and I'm going to anchor the knot right in the center of this. Just like that. Now I'm going to hold it for a minute or 2 just so that glue grabs that nice twine and secures it beautifully. Let me see if I can just use my pick-me-up tool. Here we go. Just to hold it down. Whoops! Whoops, whoops, whoops. This will work, friends. It just takes a little time. You just have to hold it. Whoops. Come back here, you little rascal. No, oops, I actually pulled one of the ends of this, and this is coming apart. So let me make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. There we go. Like this. Okay, now we'll put it back in. All right. Now you do have to hold it. Like I said, you do have to hold it. You probably could use glue dots if you wanted. That could be an option as well to secure it. But again, I just wanted to minimize the amount of depth, really height on this. There we go. Now it's starting to hold. Okay, so I'm going to gently, I'm going to put this over to the side to let that dry. But here is the finished, the other one that I made. Okay, so there you go. So this is the Christmas card for the week. And this is the note card for the week. So if you want to come to my class, you want to do long distance packaging, let me know. Monday and Tuesday, Monday at 4 o'clock and Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. Monday at 4 o'clock, Tuesday at 9 o'clock. And these are the cards that we're making this for this week. Okay, so now I have one other brilliant tip to show you this week. So I don't know about you, but I have always had trouble with my embellishments. I used to keep them in stamped containers, and I would label the spine of it with whatever the embellishment was, but they were hard to find. They would get loose. I'd have them all over the place. I'd have them in my Sterilite box, blah, blah, blah. Well, my friend Elaine Quinn, genius woman that she is, loves to do lots of research online, and she found another demonstrator, Julie DiMatteo, whom I actually know, who is just a wealth of information. And she came up with this brilliant way to secure your embellishments so they're easy and fun to use. So let me show you what we're going to do. So what I did was I ordered online these passport jackets. This is how they come. This is from, wait a minute, let me show you. Yeah. Okay, these are from Amazon. You get 50 in a package. These are used for passports, but they can be used for other things. And one of the other things is going to be the embellishment that I'm going to show you. Talk about genius. All right, so this embellishment that I'm going to package now are the 2021-2023 In Color Opal Rounds. Aren't they beautiful? Now, the first thing that you need to do is you need to take a piece of cardboard, and one of the greatest things about our designer paper is it always comes with a piece of cardboard on the back. So I took this piece of cardboard, cut them up into 4x6 pieces. Here is the 4x6 piece. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embellishments. Now you can see that this embellishment is going to the actual paper. The window sheet is a little bit larger. So I'm simply going to take my snips, my scissors, and trim this out just a little bit like this. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I am going to add some adhesive. You don't have to use a lot. I'm just going to do it like this. So I put some left, right, top, and bottom. I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to, on my window sheet, which has all of my embellishments on it, and I'm going to put it on like that. Then I'm going to take the name of these embellishments and cut it out with my scissors. And I'm also going to cut out the SKU code on the back so that I will know what they are, like this. So here it is. Then I'm going to take a piece of adhesive tape, Scotch tape, and I'm going to put it on like this. And I'm going to put this right on the top like that. And then another little piece for this. Notice I'm not being fussy because I'm not a fussy person for certain things. Now this is nice and secure. And what size are the Amazon things? Well, it doesn't tell me what the size is, except this is a 4x6 piece of paper, and you just slide it in, and there you have it. Look at that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a cute little box. Right now, I've got them in my Sterilite container, but I've got them all here, all of them like this. Look at this. How perfect is that? This is just a perfect way to keep them all nice and organized. And very quickly, you would be able to see what they are. It tells you what they are. Now, some of them are very old, so obviously I don't have the names of those. But at least this way you can see exactly what they are, and then you can just pull them right out like this and use your pick-me-up tool to pop them off, but they fit very nicely. So if you go on Amazon and look for Passport all-purpose, or actually it's called Utility Jack all-purpose jackets. this is what they are. Isn't this brilliant? I mean, it's so, like, why didn't I think of this 100 years ago? It would have made my life so much easier. But today is a new day, so it's going to be a new day, and my embellishments are going to be very, very happy. So there you have it. So, my friends, these are the cards. Again, once again, these are the cards that we're going to do for next week. One Christmas and a note card. Let me know what you want, how many of each. Some people just want Christmas, some people want notes, some people want a combo of both. That's totally fine. Whatever you want to do, we're very amenable to all kinds of ideas here. So I hope you have a great weekend. It's going to be glorious. We're going to go to the Harbor Islands on Sunday with my son and his 2 kids from Concord, New Hampshire. I'm really excited about that. We're going to go to Spectacle Island, so that's going to be a fun day. So I hope you have something fun planned as well. Thank you once again for popping in this Friday. I appreciate your support. You know that I do. I love you all. I wish you well. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. And namaste, my friends. Till next week. Bye.